Sandra Pica.
Sandra Pica?
Sandra Pica.
Sandra Pica.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Sims 4 video. Today is an extremely special video for me, as you may have probably already seen. I am going to reveal a very important piece of news with you guys that I've been keeping a secret for probably a little bit too long for my liking now. The Sims 4 have asked me to contribute to the upcoming Enchanted by Nature pack by creating 3 separate builds for the new pack. And I genuinely, this is a pinch me moment. This is just something so bizarre. The fact that I'm saying this to you right now in a video, a little bit crazy. I'm sure a lot of you guys will be extremely proud, and so am I. The fact that because of my silly little YouTube channel, because of my chaotic builds, we have managed to come to this point where I'm allowed to share a life-changing event for me. The fact that the Sims have looked at me and my builds and said, yeah, let's take her on. That is absolutely bizarre. So I just really want to say thank you to the EA Creator Network. Thank you to the Sims. Thank you to EA for bringing me on for this project. I had the best fun working on it, but also a massive thank you to every single person that supports my YouTube channel. Because of you guys watching these videos and supporting my creative builds, I am in this position now. So without you guys, things like this might not have happened. I'm not allowed to share too much just yet, but as we've seen in the blog post, I have created 3 separate builds, which I have actually recorded the process of, which you guys might enjoy. I've created a bar, a family home, which you've seen the storyline already in the trailer. Also, this video is going to be all over the place because I'm obviously, I'm crying, I'm shaking with the shock. We're going to be going through the trailer today and the blog post, and I can tell you as much as I can about this, but just know that there are loads of videos coming. This is just a crazy experience for me. I'm so proud to share this, and I know that there's been a lot of speculation online about this pack and fairies. Just know that this pack is my child, and I will guard it with my life and my soul, and I'm forever grateful for this opportunity. So I guess what we should do, with all of that aside, I mean, you will hear more information in the build videos that I'm going to post. You will hear me talk about this non-stop these days. So let's get into, maybe let's watch the trailer together. Some of you guys might already seen this. I've already seen this too, but thankfully I'm allowed to share this today. I really wanted to share this with you ASAP because really kindly we have been shared also on the blog post early, which is not something that normally happens. Because of this, a lot of YouTubers have already seen this engagement, so I was kind of late to tell you guys, which I kind of felt bad about because I've seen some amazing comments coming through already. So I felt that I needed to tell you guys straight away as soon as I was allowed to tell you. So I think what we should do first is go through the trailer, and I will tell you as much as I can about what we see on the screen. We'll go through the blog post, and then we will just chat and probably cry all together like I will. I've already cried 3 times. I've cried when I've heard James Turner say my name out loud. That was something. I was in the corner of that room crying. I'm not joking. Let's go through the trailer. Also, I'm gonna be stopping every 2 minutes just to let you know, to tell you certain things. Anyway, let's go. Please play. Thank you. Ta-da! Fairies are real. Okay, I don't really want to be talking as this is happening, but when I was watching this, I was literally sitting like this, shaking. Also, fun thing I'm going to tell you straight away. This house you see right here, I've built this. Sorry, I don't even know what to say. What am I supposed to say? I haven't prepared. I don't have my notes. This build you see right here is created for the Ladipo household. So this is the Ladipo household, right? So we've got Flora and Ao, and I've been saying those names in my sleep while I've been building their house for the last couple of months. So this is their house. What you see here is slightly altered to what you will see just say in my building videos that I will show you. But I was so grateful that I had the opportunity to build their house because their storyline is absolutely amazing. So we've got Flora, Ao, and Iris, which is the girl. The whole trailer is about this girl, but I built their house, and the fact that I did it, I feel like I'm inside their life and I'm their long lost daughter. I think it's really funny. So I'm so glad that this is actually a part of the trailer because I love this house, and I made it blue because blue's my favorite color. And I don't know, let's just get into it, and I'll just keep stopping as we're going. So they're obviously quite tech people, as you can see that, but they don't understand that their daughter is slightly different. So as you can see, she goes into her room. I did not build this room, by the way. This is obviously putting emphasis on the fact that she's a little bit different because, as you can see, the parents on their phones are tech savvy, but the daughter, absolutely the total opposite. So as you can see in this this frame, there is absolutely a lot of different things. Some of them already base game, as we know. Some of them not base game, such as that cute little dude there. He is absolutely adorable. It's one of my favorite objects in the whole pack. That bed is amazing. And the whole idea of the plant system, you will see that more so when the game is released. But this is amazing just now. So anyways, she's like going through planting her little planties. And she's like, oh God, I wish I could go. So they're like, why don't you go? I don't know. Why don't you go then? I'm explaining this in a really bad way, but I'm just really excited. Just know that I'm not making fun of it. I'm just really excited. So she obviously goes and she leaves the house and it's really sad. They're watching her go, but obviously she's going living her dream. Okay, another stop. This is absolutely insane. When you see this world right here, obviously I've watched James Turner's I've watched James Turner's trailer reaction already, and he was like presuming that one of these was a lot, and I thought that was really funny. And this whole process, everyone's speculating online saying, oh my God, it's gonna be fairies, it's not gonna be fairies, it's gonna be talking gnomes, it's gonna be inspired by New Zealand. All this time I was like on my phone watching all these comments, and I was like, guys, I know it, and I couldn't say anything. So even watching James today in his trailer video being like, oh, I think that red house is a lot, and I was like, oh, I don't think it is. Sorry to disappoint you. But this whole process was like extreme, and obviously I will get into the nitty gritty, my whole experience with this project. I'll get into that once, you know, I'm allowed to talk about it when I'm doing my build videos. But for the moment, we're obviously just going through all the things that I'm allowed to share. But anyways, this town, obviously inspired by Ireland, it's actually very close to where I live, so that was extremely fun. The fact that I got to work on this and take inspiration from literally where I live, I thought that was really fun. And in this little snippet, you can see a house in the distance. That's the Ladipo household. So I also have done a starter home, which is here, which the walls of that house seem to be down. I don't know for whatever reason that was done, but that is the way it is. So this is one of my homes, and also back there is my other home. So that's where we were just in the sitting room of. We were in that house. I'm just trying to tell you like the, you know, the thing. Also, obviously to mention, I'm sporadically talking like an idiot in this video, but just to mention, I've worked with some amazing people on this project as well. So it wasn't just me, it was 4 of us that designed these beautiful lots. We will go through this blog post together, but the Cracked Kyra, Sim Scrolls, and Nina Schmidt, they were the 3 other girls that worked with me, and I'm just so proud of every one of us. We did an amazing job on all of these builds. I know I'm tooting my own horn a little bit, but just check out all of their pages. I will go through as much as I can, and even once the pack comes out, I have so many different ideas of what I want to do with the pack. I will tour like everything. I will show you everything. I will give you the background, the behind the scenes, you best believe. So stay tuned for that. But anyways, let's get back into the trailer for the time being. So obviously this is inspired by a coastal town in Ireland. So that is one of the main inspiration drawn for this. I think it's amazing. Also the gnomes, absolutely so adorable. I cannot wait for that. And also behind that gnome, I think that is where, you see that white wall? I think that's where my starter home is. So that's what I did. I built a starter home, a bar, and a family home. I don't even know if I mentioned that. I'm so sorry. I'm so all over the place with this video. Anyways, as we're going straight into this, we're noticing loads of lovely little things. So there's this separate world, which this is where my bar world is. I also think that's amazing. I think maybe my bar is over there. I'm not entirely too sure. But you can see everyone is just, they're a part of nature. And the fact that nature is also a part of this pack, because if you know me, if you know my builds, you know that I'm not really like a whimsical builder as such. I obviously can get down and creative if I need to, but obviously this is why I was so happy to create the Ladipo household and do like an Irish starter home, because that is exactly what I feel like I could do the best on, and I'm so glad I did that. But once you see my bar, you've already seen pictures of my bar. We will go in there in a minute. Anyways, people are experiencing nature together. They're just being, you know, all cute and wholesome. And also the foraging side of things, you can eat raw fish now, which, I mean, why wasn't that a part of the game all along? I do not know, but I think you can eat raw fish now. Looking at that man eating that fish, I think that's amazing. So you can do a lot of things. Rags to riches with this will probably be the best thing in the whole world. Actually, can you even hear the sound at this point? I don't think so. I cannot wait to do a rags to riches. Like, this is gonna be insane. And the gnomes, guys, the gnomes. Okay, so you can bathe in water, obviously. This is something that came with Solani before. This is a thing I really wanted. Sleep sleeping on the floor because werewolves can do it. I feel like humans can sleep wherever, so I think that makes a lot of sense. Then there's also the ailments. So you can live a balanced or an imbalanced life. We will go through that in the blog post, but there's just so much new gameplay that is added into this that I cannot wait to play this. Like, I'm telling you, we will do the best rags to riches the world has ever seen. So yeah, this kind of reminds me of the cottage living pack, which obviously rightfully so, it's inspired by England. This one's inspired by Ireland. So the two of them are going to be very close knitted together, and I totally understand that if people get confused with that idea, it's two separate countries, so we need two separate packs, and I'm very happy that The Sims did acknowledge that and create that. Also, all of this beautiful, beautiful homes. I mean, ours are really good too, but this though, this is absolutely amazing. Also, simoleon fever, wish I had that, girl. What does that even mean? Simoleon fever, I don't have any simoleons, so if you give me some of that fever, I don't know. I just like the idea that maybe you can also combine this slightly with the Businesses and Hobbies pack. That's like the first thing I thought about. I was like, can my sim make a business out of this? Surely, like, surely this will work. Okay, this part, I could actually cry. This is so funny. The fact that they're having like little rave inside there, that is hilarious. So we've obviously seen this part already leaked, which is amazing. Look at that inclusivity within the fairy community. She was pregnant and she was flying. The fact that she was holding her little belly, like, that is so adorable. Also, at this point when I was watching this by myself, I absolutely was crying. Like, there was no doubt about that. I was like bawling my little eyes out. But there we go, guys, we've got it. So more gameplay on the 26th. So that will be the gameplay trailer on the 26th of June. So absolutely watch that. I will do a game trailer reveal as well. I mean, reveal, what is this? A trailer reaction? I don't do trailer reactions very often, can you tell? But obviously I had to do it for this video, this pack. So the pack is called Enchanted by Nature, obviously. The fact that it's like green and purple, absolutely beautiful and stunning. The artwork of the pack, may I add, absolutely so gorgeous. It's bizarre to me. This really does stand out, and I can see that The Sims are obviously putting in a lot of effort to promote this pack. They're taking different routes as well, which I think is amazing because it always feels fresher and it feels more like they're adding their own personal touch into this, you know? These are all the things that you can get. You can't see with my head, but I'm just gonna duck. These are the things you can get if you do pre-order it by the 21st of August, which that actually gives you a lot of time because the pack does come out on July 10th, which is actually 5 days before my birthday. So I also feel like this is a whole like aligned spiritual fairy experience for me. The fact that this pack is being released 5 days before my birthday, oh my god, this life is crazy. So I think once we're done with that, let's go through the blog post, which I just want to point out straight away. There is a mistake in this blog post. They did not mention two of our names, which is kind of sad, but they are working on fixing that. Just letting you know. It might be fixed by the time this video goes out, but I just want to let you know. But this, obviously, this blog post, usually they release a blog post like this to tell us exactly what's going on, exactly what's happening. But also this time they decided to add us in the very end of it. So imagining Innisgreen. So Innisgreen is the town, I guess the world name, which I think is really cool because it really does sound Irish. Obviously there's going to be a lot of people that watch my video that are not Irish, but it like Innisgreen, like that is like, there's so many towns. I don't want to name towns from where I live, but like they're all kind of called something very similar. So I really like that idea. I think it really does make it really close to home, literally, excuse the pun. So as I mentioned, us, me and the girls, we have managed to create an array of an array of captivating and unique lots. Sorry, I'm like reading this out now. Maybe I should have it in front of me so it makes more sense. Okay, there we go. I'm going to read obviously a little bit about our builds first before we get into the actual pack, because this obviously means so much to me. The fact that I built these things. I'm not allowed to show you all of the lots. You've seen a snippet of one of them already with the little household with the trailer, which I think is just literally as soon as I saw the house, I was like, I'm crying already. I cannot stop. Anyways, I'm going to read a little bit about this and explain a little bit of the girls' build. So the neighborhoods of Innisgreen not only draw a nature and fantasy elements, but also they take some inspiration from the architecture and aesthetics of Ireland and Celtic artistry. So I think this is amazing. The fact that they have managed to do this. We have a lot of representation of a lot of countries already. And I know I've seen some comments of people being like, how many other European towns will we need? But that's because if you are just say from America, there's obviously different areas of America. It's the same with Europe. There's just so many different areas that we need to represent. And the fact that Ireland is one of them and the fact that I'm here is just absolutely bizarre. Anyways, so Megan, Cracked Kyber, has created this Whistling Thistle Gardens. Also, we didn't come up with the names, the Sims did, so just letting you know. The Star Song Lounge and 8 Gnome Coastery. Why am I saying it like this? I do not know. But this is a really beautiful lot, and once you get into it, there's amazing features in it. There's like a cute little, as you can see here, I think. Actually, I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm not allowed to say too much. So the fact that I'm saying stuff, I need to like catch myself. I've never done that before. Is this what like James Turner and Little Simsy do? Like the big Sim celebrities? I don't know how to be a Sim celebrity, so bear with me. I'm gonna just scoot past really quickly. Just know that I will go through more of these builds. We will tour them. You will get sick of me talking about this. Anyways, then we've got the Sim Scrolls designed 2 residential lots, Grimley Gardens Brook and Puckett Hall, sorry, and also the gnome exhibit. So the gnome exhibit is maybe what you would have seen in the trailer. I know I'm not allowed to show too many different things, but if you go into the trailer, you can see that. I think it's here. I think I should stop. Anyways, let's keep going. Gimli Gardens Brook is a garden oasis filled with luscious greenery, placing residents on a hill they'll want to die on. Oh my god. I haven't actually read this yet because I was like freaking out all day. So anyways, then we've got Nina Schmidt, or Nina, designed 3 residential lots, the Cranamore Residential, Greenwood Hamlet Residence, and Bard Boulevard. This lot, absolutely amazing. And it was so funny watching James. Like, he thought, I think, that this was like a tiny fairy home. This is an actual home. And this lot, once you see this in the game, it's absolutely bizarre. It's crazy. It is a tree, is all I'm going to tell you. So you need to go in there. This house, actually, it was so funny because in this whole process, we kind of had like a process of eliminating what builds we would like to do, you know, based on what we would actually prefer. And obviously then the Sims picked whatever we built. But I was very scared of this lot because this is a very different lot to what you will normally see from the Sims. So I was a little bit worried of that one, so I thought I wasn't building that one. But Nina created an amazing build with this, so I'm very happy for her. Anyway, so then I was like, who else do we got going on? So then we've got me. Sorry, if I don't actually laugh, I will cry, and I don't really want to be one of those people crying on a YouTube video. Sandra Picca. Can I just point out, if you are new here, or maybe actually I never really say my name, but my name is Sandra Picca. Picca comes from a Polish surname because I was actually born in Poland. My parents are Polish. My family is Polish, actually. But I've been living in Ireland for a number of years, more so than you can imagine. So I do consider myself to be more so Irish, but still obviously half Polish. So that is why my surname is like this. And it's so funny watching people pronounce my name differently. And I've been kind of used to that my whole life. So I don't care what way people pronounce my name. I mean, they're saying my name. Like when I heard James Turner say my name, like do you know that one time I did a cartwheel in my video? I almost did a backflip, you know, so that was insane. So the fact that my name is out there on the EA website, I want to cry. Anyways, I've created a total of 3 lots for this expansion pack. Grinley's Bar. So this is Grinley's Bar, as you can see. 1 Mary Shores Road, which is the starter home in the coastal area, so that is just fantastic. And 42 Norm Fair Drive. So that is the home you would have seen the Depot household at the start of the trailer. So this family sitting here, right here together, they're sitting in my house. I don't know how to even say this to you that you guys will understand what this feeling feels like. And maybe there's other YouTubers that obviously would have done a video like this, but I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm just so proud and so extremely happy. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna start crying. But this is my house. This is my house. The fact that they're sitting on this couch and the storyline, like I built their house. And I know that to a lot of people that might mean like, you know, it's just nothing. But the fact that I've been playing this game for so long and now a part of what I've created, a part of my mind and my creativity is going to be shipped within the game. I'll be immortalized in this game for the rest of my life. And I just think that's very special. So I'm going to cut that part out now because I'm going to start crying. Grinley's has been the local spot for Sims to enjoy a few drinks after a long day of mixing elixirs. Woo! Located near the center of Spruceberry Grove. Okay, Sandra cannot read today. That's fantastic. Sims come to take in the greenery and partake in delectable conversation. So we also did a little interview. So there's like a snippet of this interview that I'm going to read out for you as well. So I wanted this to feel more so like a community space because I know that bar culture in Ireland is a really big thing. I didn't want my bar to just be like, let's go drinking all night long. No, I wanted this to feel like a family space. You know, I wanted this to feel very special that anyone could take their sim here, because I know when I play The Sims, I don't often visit bars. I do, but my Sims are very like antisocial and what's the word? I was gonna say insider, but they don't like to leave the house, same as I. So that's why I wanted to create this build as a more so community space that just say, you know, like there's a couple of activities that your Sims can do on the slot, which I will take you in that once I can. So I kind of wanted anybody to be able to visit this build, not just somebody that wants to grab a drink or go on a date, although that is still an amazing thing. But I wanted this to feel more so like you can bring your kids here. You can go and, you know, do some activities. You know, you can bring your dog here for a little walk in the cute little fairy little thing, little fairy fort that I've created. I mean, I'm so happy. Anyways, I'm going to read a part of this. So it's a community space somewhere your Sims can meet as a family or come on a date or venture out alone to use the chess table as an activity. Okay, I forgot that I mentioned this. This little patio, not a patio, gazebo thing that I've created, it has a little chess table because, as I said, I wanted you to feel like your Sims can come here and do something exciting and not just drink. So I have a little table there. Says Sandra, who hails from Ireland. That is so funny. The overgrown feel of the bar is inspired by the way nature flourishes here in Ireland. To be able to bring some real life research to the SPAC felt surreal. I felt honored and as a result, it inspired me to do the best I can from my builds. That is exactly true because I said it. You know, I cannot wait to show you all of my other builds, but as I just mentioned there, this was a bizarre experience because before I started building for this, I literally went on like a weekend drive. We went to see a couple of places. We went to a couple of towns that I wanted to draw inspiration from. I'm obviously not allowed to show you pictures just for copyright reasons, and I won't. But, you know, I've taken some pictures for myself as inspiration. I've actually, wait, now one thing I can show you. Since I'm an artist, I decided that the best thing to do for this would be to draw everything out. So you will see these drawings, you know, once I can release my build videos. But I drew out and I didn't print anything, but I drew out and noted every single part of this build. So every single aspect of it. If someone comes to me and they're like, why did you put that there? I'll be like, honey, it's because of this, you know, I've got the notes, I've got the receipts. And I don't know, can I just show you? I guess I'll show you the bar, which you can see right here on the screen. You can see that I have like a cute little design of it. Wait, now maybe I can show this to you better if I actually open my eyes and do this. There we go. So as you can see here on this sheet of paper, I've got like the floor plan, I've got the layout, I've got, you know, I went through a lot of sketches, but I wanted this to come from a place of knowledge and love and, you know, all of my research and my creativity. So I did feel like that was very special, you know, like maybe I had attic windows, wooden ? Stone walls, loads of landscaping. Like this felt so surreal, the fact that I could do this, but just know that I was very stressed doing this. As much as I was extremely happy, obviously, I was very stressed because I wanted every single part of this to be perfect. And I will get into all of that detail in my build videos, but just know whatever you see on the screen, whatever I'm putting my name on, you just know that I've thought about everything and I've did my research and I did everything I could to make it as best as possible. I could, of course, sit here all day talking about our amazing builds, but I won't. Let's actually get into a little bit of the pack and what this pack is actually going to mean for us. I mean, obviously, an occult. Will this be the last occult? I do not know. I don't know what's going on, but the fact that we now have fairies, the last time we've seen fairies was The Sims 3, which obviously, I'm sure you've heard all of the lore and all of the speculations of what the Sims 4 fairies will be like, but this pack is not just fairies. Obviously, as you can see here, nature is a really big part of this, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited, because I love like my little plants and my little house plants, and there's just gonna be so many amazing things that I can't even tell you about and show you. But anyways, let's read. Oh, can you hear that? It sounds like the soft whisper of Mother Nature calling you to a charming new world. Oh, never mind, that's just nature calling from a privy bush. Okay, what the hell? What am I reading here? Anyways, The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature expansion pack welcomes you to Innis Green, a beautifully lush and wonderful land where Sims and nature live in perfect or chaotic harmony. So, right, let's have a look at this. A sprinkle of fairy dust, please. Innis Green, an emphasis on green. It's all about balance and recovery. Let nature living come naturally. And, oh, wait a second. Did they just fix this as I've Wait a second. As I'm recording this, I think they just fixed this. You make it The Sims. Community builds featured in Enchanted. Okay, so they have taken our names out of this, so that's fair because the names are wrong, but that's okay. Anyways, let's read a little bit of this. So Mother Nature has a very interesting proposition, should you choose to accept it. So obviously I'm presuming that this is going to be, I don't know now, like I've played a little bit of the game is all I'm going to tell you, but I don't know much about any of this. So whatever you're seeing here is all I know as well. Since Sims can become the fairy they were destined to be, and once they've completed their transformation, they'll have the choice to flutter down two very different paths. So I'm presuming it's kind of like you can choose to be a fairy, similar to wanting to choose to be a werewolf or choosing to be a mermaid. Fair enough. But also similarly, I think to, I guess mermaids were also similar, but you know, we're aware of the werewolves having two separate paths. I think this is going to be kind of similar. So you've got the flying mischief maker, or you know, the nice girl, or whoever, the helper. So I think that's going to be really fun. Obviously I'm going to choose the nice one. I never play with like the mischief people, but anyways, fairies can develop abilities that let them nurture plants, manipulate objects, change the moods of others, and more. What you mean by manipulating objects? I'm liking to think that it is manipulating the little gnomes, because as you can see, this little gnome is talking, and I don't really know what to say about that little gnome, but that gnome is talking, so just know that. Yeah, so there's a lot of really fun things. I'm not going to read through everything, obviously, but fairies can even use their fairy charm to deliver a special woohoo. Oh my god, like this is just going to be bizarre. This picture also is really, really nice. I believe this lot that we see in this picture, I believe this is by the Sim Scrolls. So that's fantastic as well. I think like right here where we are, I think that's where my starter home should be. And somewhere, I think like here, that's where my bar should be. Anyways, emphasis on green. 3 neighborhoods make up Innisgreen, each one connecting you to nature in their own unique way. So the coastal of Ardmore? That's like Ardmore. Oh my god, there's a place called Ardmore. It's near to where I live. That is so funny. Anyways, a peaceful seaside village where everyday Sims enjoy life's simple pleasure. Stepping out of town brings us to Spruce Dairy Grove. So that is the kind of grove, obviously, area. That is where my bar is. So I've got 2 lots in this world, which is the Ardmore area, and also the Spruce Dairy Grove. That's where my other build is. I don't have anything in the magical forest of Everdew. Oh, I like that name. That's really cute. But Everdew is more so the enchanted part, so the mysterious woodland humming and enchanted energy, that's where you will find that. So obviously that's where the little fairies live. Anyways, Innisgreen is full of new adventure skills and trades too. You can balance moods and discover nature remedies with your apothecary table. So that is something that people were speculating, and I was reading all the speculations, and I was like, guys, why don't we just stop for a second? Like, I was excited about the hype because so many people were talking about this, but like, it's just so funny to now know. Like, I mean, I knew and you guys didn't, and now we all know, so it's fantastic. Anyways, seek out Mother Nature and embark on a transformative journey to becoming a fairy. Be your best plant parent and fill your home with a new array of houseplants, or unlock your inner nature nomad to dwell among the trees and live off the land. I mean, 2 of those things, absolutely amazing. Nature nomad, the rags to riches, as I said, is going to be absolutely fantastic. Like, I am like shivering, and I cannot wait to bring you this content. All about balance. Living in tune with nature is more than playing in dirt and hugging trees. It means respecting the natural world and promoting a balanced coexistence. Living in Innisgreen, Sims must become emotionally grounded and find that balance, or welcome the chaos. I like that idea that maybe this is playing off of the idea, do you know Evergreen Harbor in the eco lifestyle world? That, you know, the fact that we have to like live with nature, recycle to change the actual aspect of the world. I don't know if that's gonna have the similar kind of qualities, but that's giving me that kind of vibe, which I think is really cool. The Sims will, when Sims start to lose their balance and become imbalanced, life can get a little harder to navigate. For example, one may acquire new skills at a slower rate, or their everyday needs might become harder to solve. So every single thing you're going to do is going to have an impact, and I think we need that gameplay to make this pack everything that everyone wants. We need to put that emphasis on the gameplay, and I'm very excited to try all of this. The gardening, obviously we all know that the gardening, The gardening is all I'm going to say to you. I mean, I love gardening in The Sims because it just works so well with the rags to riches aspect. So the fact that I could call this kind of like my pack, and this is like the gardening nature pack, rags to riches vibes. Oh my god, this is just so fantastic. I know you may be thinking to yourself like, oh, but Sandra, you only build like contemporary homes, and I totally get that. But was I not only just saying to everybody that I want to branch out and build something different? Well, here you go. I've done it. I went to The Sims and I built them something. This is bizarre. Anyways, but imbalance isn't the end. It's simply the beginning of a new journey. Oh my god, can I get that tattooed on myself? That quote. Excuse me. Sims, who do you think you are, making me cry as I'm recording? Ailments. Why can I can't read. I keep saying alignments. Am I dyslexic? Ailments can vanish, and moods can improve with cures and elixirs crafted from the new apothecary table, with special ingredients like the lightning root and aura blossom found while gardening and foraging. Oh my god. Also, I cannot wait to do a foraging rags to riches. There's obviously going to be new aspirations and things, so you've got to achieve things. Oh yeah, there's also a part of luck, which I think is really funny because like things might require luck, obviously, like Irish people and like the luck of the Irish and all that stuff. Like I love the play on like cultural things as well. I mean, I loved the fact that farming came with the cottage living pack, but it was farming, just say. Whereas this is like really inspired by Ireland. I think the inspiration that they've taken for this, you may think that this is just everyday pack, but watching them create it, I think that there is a lot more lore and a lot more density. And also the fact that they've chosen builders, aka just say me from Ireland, to do this, to help them create this Irish world. I think we need a little bit more of that representation within the community builders too. Like if you're going to make, you know, a Chinese world, invite Chinese creators to help you do it, you know? So I think that it was really, really fun to be able to be a part of this and have that firsthand experience to help them, because it does make this so much more exciting and special. Anyways, it's getting dark outside because I'm talking for so long. As you can see in this picture, you've got a beautiful little pot. Really reminds me of the new like ceramics that we got from Businesses Hobbies pack. But as you can see, she's spraying something. She's spraying something. Yes, that is a houseplant that she's spraying. That's all I'm going to tell you. That is all I'm going to say, because I don't know whether I'm allowed to say even more in this. Step outside and make yourself at home. Whether you're owning your natural living skill or seeking the nature nomad aspiration, Innis Green gives Sims a chance to eat, bathe and sleep, thrive entirely off of the land. Forget modern comforts. This is about embracing a simpler life in rhythm and balance with the world around you. From eating freshly caught fish, yay! I don't know why I'm so excited about that, actually. That's just bizarre. And sleeping in the grass to foraging for the apothecary ingredients and summoning a privy bush when nature calls. Oh, didn't know that. Every new discovery and experience brings your Sims closer to self-reliance. So, okay, actually I'm allowed to say this. For those not quite ready to give up hot showers and cozy beds, you can try the plant parent life instead and welcome a collection of newly living houseplants inside your homely abode. Can I just repeat that? Houseplants inside your homely abode. Do you remember Sims 1 and that you had to water your houseplants? Yeah, we've got to do that now too. So they're not just a dedication like they've been in the past. Sorry, or decoration like been in the past. They'll need water care and constant companionship. You'll even be able to place them on shelves with move objects, tables and floors to transform your home into a tranquil garden. This is what I'm the most excited about, because I love my little plants. You know, my cute little plants that I keep putting everywhere? Well, there will be more, and I'm doing it in my own pack. Now, do you aspire to be an elixir enthusiast or a nature nomad? Or I don't know. Anyways, so that pretty much brings you then to our part again, which I'm going to give ourselves a little round of applause once again for bringing this to The Sims, because obviously we know, I'm going to just like pause on my picture, obviously, because that's the most important. I'm going to zoom in actually. In fact, let's zoom in even more. Wait, now can I zoom in even more into this? Oh Lord, where's it gone? Okay, I can't. Oh Lord, no, it won't let me zoom in anymore. Anyways, I'm going to leave it like this. What was I just saying? I lost my train of thought. As we all know, with packs comes gameplay. Some people get more excited about gameplay. Some people get more excited about build and buy. I'm more so a builder. Obviously, I do a balance on my channel of gameplay and building, but I know that there's some people that will look at this and be like, oh Lord above, fairies, I do not care about fairies and, you know, occult gameplay, and that's totally fine. But those will be the people that will be looking for the builds, that will be looking for the items, you know, like the new columns and things like that. So this is extremely important. The fact that like as a builder I was able to give my creative approach and help shape this world is just so bizarre to me. And I hope you guys understand that. Like with this video, I'm just trying to show this to you. Obviously, I'm trying to announce it to the world, but it's all really about raising that awareness, because Sims to a lot of people is not just a game. It is really like a distraction, a way that you can really immerse yourself in something that could distract you from your everyday life. And I feel that as well with you know, the game, but also with my YouTube channel. So that is extremely important to me. But also the fact that this world is so like enchanting. I'm not like trying to sell it to you, but when I was even building in this world, I felt such inner peace. And the fact that there's like such a whimsical feel to this, it really just makes you feel like you're somewhere totally different. And I think we need more of that in The Sims as well. But as I was on that topic, all I wanted to say is that a lot of people will only look for the build and buy objects, you know, they'll look for the building side of things. And that is why this is extremely special for me, because I primarily am also a builder. So being amongst all the other amazing creators that you should definitely check out, of course, I just felt like, you know, I didn't know what was happening. Like I felt like I had to stop for a second and pinch myself. This was an extremely long process. You know, this didn't just come out of yesterday. It's been months of really hard work, but just amazing process. This project was just absolutely fantastic. And the fact that I can gather more of a community of like-minded and understanding people, you know, because with projects like this for a YouTuber like me, obviously people will be attracted to my channel because they'll want to check it out because I've built for The Sims, whatever. But that seems so much more important for me because it's so much harder to find like-minded people when you're running a platform. So something like this opportunity from The Sims, you know, it's going to bring me more friends in a nice way, and it's going to expand my community to the like-minded people that I'm, you know, after. So that's why this feels so extremely special. The fact that I'm a part of a pack, so also gameplay heavy because it is an expansion pack, but the fact that I was able to approach this with my own thoughts and my own creativity means so much to me. So I think this is very special. Okay, so yeah guys, that concludes this whole little blog post, this whole thing that like instantly I've bookmarked it because my life depends on this now. But the fact that like this whole thing, like there's people watching it, like when I was going through the comments, like every single day I was looking at comments that people saying things, and I just don't know what to say to you. Just the fact that I'm so extremely excited and that I'm so proud, and the fact that these people are sitting in my house is never ever going to leave my mind. And just know that every single aspect you see of these builds that I've created, it's thought out, and I've put in a lot of effort into this. Unfortunately, this is all I can share with you for the time being. I know that this is going to be still very exciting. I mean, I've started this project months ago, and now I get to talk about it. I get to release it to the world, which is just bizarre. I will never be able to wake up from this dream. Even when I say to somebody, you know, that I've worked on a pack with The Sims, a lot of people may not understand what that means to me, and that's totally fine. But a lot of you will, and just know that I'm so extremely proud and grateful. It's just bizarre, and I just want to say a big thank you. And I'm not crying, you are. This is really awkward. I cannot wait to bring you all of my other content that I have planned for this pack. You will still have to wait another while, but just know I will be updating you on as many things as I can, because I know you guys also love the behind the scenes, and I can now debunk a couple of theories here and there whenever I can, which is just bizarre, the fact that I can. So thank you again to everybody that supports my channel. If you are going to consider purchasing this pack, now is the correct time to maybe use my creator code, because this is literally my pack. So if you wanted to support, if you've been watching me for a couple of years and you're like, how do I support? This is how you can do it. I mean, I'm not trying to say that this pack will be your pack, you know, this is a very specific niche of people that will purchase this pack. But if you do enjoy my content, do consider letting me know down in the comments, engaging with this video. I just want to know that people are going to like my builds, and that, you know, that you guys are going to like this pack as much as I love it. So thank you again so much to The Sims for considering me for this pack. I hope I did it justice. I really hope so. And thank you so much again to everybody that always supports my channel, because as I said, without you guys, this would not have happened. So anyways, guys, that's all I'm going to say for today. Stay tuned. Obviously, subscribe to see a lot more. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.